So summer's now officially over, fall's now upon us. It's time to get the pigs in the processor now, so that's what we're doing today. I thought I'd take you guys along, show you how this year's process goes. Now, if you guys hadn't seen the video I did last year, not only was I very new to editing, very new to video, I'm a little better this year. I think I've got a little better process this year as well. Essentially, a lot of the things are gonna be the same. There's a few key differences that I've decided to go ahead and implement this year to hopefully make this a little bit better. So we're gonna take you guys out here to the pigs. I'll show you what we got set up here. I've got everybody corralled in one little area today. So as you can see, I've got this little makeshift corral set up right here by my trailer. The big differences I made this year was instead of running these panels on the left side right up against my fence, I've got them a little further in. I'm hoping that's gonna help me guide everybody down, and it kind of narrows down a little bit more this year as well. So that should help me out, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. The other difference is I went ahead and took some of the advice of the comments I got from last year's video, and I stuck my trailer out here about 3 days ago. I've been trying to feed in the trailer this year. It wasn't until just today that I was actually able to get some of them to go in there and do that. And part of that is because I went ahead and forced them up here about 6 hours ago. So right around lunchtime today, I went ahead and brought them up here and got them locked in this area just to make it a little easier on me to load. I basically try to get this done right before dark. That way, first thing in the morning, I'm ready to roll out. I've got them all in the trailer ready to go. Drop off times at 6 a.m. So I'm gonna shoot to be there right at 6. I'd like to be the first one there. But last year we did 13 pigs. This year we've got 15 going to processor. But other than that, I'm basically waiting on my dad to get here. He's gonna come over and lend me an extra helping hand just in case we need it. See if we can get these guys loaded up and it'd be a little bit less stressful for us this year. And I'm hoping it's gonna be a lot quicker than last year too. Last year it took us just over an hour to get everybody loaded and in the trailer. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything ready to roll here, get the truck ready, and we'll get these guys loaded and get them in the trailer. Let's go. Oh, come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. Come on, guys. Come load yourself. Good boys and girls. Good job. Yeah, we got a few of them in here. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You can do it. Some of you guys are preoccupied. We got this though. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Turn around and go. Turn around and go. Go. No, look at me. Look at the trailer. Eye on the prize, guys. Come on. Nope. Come on. Turn around. Come on. So far, so good. In you go. There we go. There we go, guys. Figure it out. I know. Okay, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning now. We just got on the road, headed to processor. I gotta go ahead and make the hour drive to get these guys dropped off now. So last night's load had some good and some bad to it. Honestly, we got them loaded twice as quick as we did the year before. So last year we got them loaded. It took us about an hour 15, something like that. This year I think we got it done about 30 minutes. So that was actually a plus. It's way less stressful on us. I know that much. We were stressing last year. We were coming up on dark, trying to get everybody loaded. Much more enjoyable experience than last year. And to be honest, I thought I was gonna have the perfect load. It was almost too good to be true. I had everybody almost in there in about 5 minutes. I got down to the last 2 pigs, tried to shut the gate. Somebody got spooked in the trailer. Everybody came running back at me, and I decided to go ahead and just bail, and we'll start completely over. So obviously, second time around, they kind of knew what was up at that point. And I kind of gave them some time to sit and rest for a few minutes and get over it. A lot of them actually showed interest in going back to the trailer because I had feed in there. In all honesty, though, it didn't go too bad. The last 2 pigs, once again, I took a struggle getting those guys in there, got them in. With that being said, I've got a 16-foot livestock trailer with 15 pigs. I think that's too much. Kind of live and learn, but I am kind of curious. If you guys have been doing this for a little while, I got questions. What size trailers are you guys running, and for how many pigs? What's a good rule of thumb on that? I did some searching last night on the internet trying to figure out what might have been a better avenue to go. I thought maybe you might have missed something. I don't really like the results I'm getting back on Google. I think they're a little off. So you guys with experience, help me out here. What do you got? Are you guys doing these multiple batches? Are you just running 16 footers, and how many pigs? You guys upgrading to 20s? I don't want to go over a 20-foot trailer. That's too big. It's too long for some of the areas that I got to get to when I take this trailer in places. I kind of want to be nimble and be able to get in and out of places at the same time. But with that being said, I think I'm going to split this video up a little bit. Last year I just did the kind of getting the processor video. This year I kind of want to show you the process of what it looks like when I get everything back. So I'm going to pick this video back up in 3 weeks. I'll show you everything that I get back from the processor. I've got 7 pigs going in my freezer alone, and then the rest of them are going to my customers. So we'll get that all picked up, bring everything back for everybody, and put my 7 in the freezer. I think I'm going to do that in 2 trips just to kind of lighten the load, getting everything back for me. But if you haven't seen what that looks like getting back from the processor, I think that's what we're going to do this time. So I'll pick you guys back up in 3 weeks. So fast forward 3 weeks, exactly 3 weeks to the day actually. I'm gonna go ahead and go up and get my first 7 pigs today. These are gonna be the 7 that are going in my freezer. I decided to go ahead and do these in 2 batches this year. I found out last year that my wife's Tahoe only fits about 11 pigs, and that's if I just pack them in there tight like sardines. I didn't want to do that this year, especially since I got 15. Don't really have better options. So I went ahead and decided to do the 7 that I've got going in my freezer tonight. Once I know everybody's bills are paid, I'll go ahead and get everybody else's pigs picked up. I'll get those brought back to the farm. They can all meet me there, and we'll get those distributed to everybody. But the processor closes at 5. I knew I was gonna be cutting it close today, so I went ahead and left an hour early just so I could try to get up here before they close, which means I'm pretty much gonna be there about 4:40, about 20 minutes before they close. They know I'm coming, so they should have everything ready for me to pick up. I just gotta write my check. Holy Moses, that's a big bill. I've never actually paid for processing for 7 pigs before. We'll talk about that amount here at the end of the video when I close this out. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go and get up here, try to get these guys loaded in the back of the truck here. That way they're not having to stay past quitting time. So I'll pick you guys back up here in a few. Well, it is 4:52. I showed up there at 4:42. So in 10 minutes, I got all that loaded in the back of the truck. That's 7 pigs worth. So I didn't count the boxes. I had help getting it all loaded in there. So I don't know exactly how many boxes I ended up with. It's usually 3 to 4 boxes per pig, but it also depends on what cuts I get. Each pig had a different cut to it. Needless to say, I've got quite a bit of pork back here I need to get put in the freezer. So I'll make the hour trip back home and get this all loaded in the freezer. Catch back up to you in a few. And so the unloading begins. Let's get this going. Okay, all those pigs are put up in the freezer now. So let's go over some numbers real quick. It took me just over an hour to get all that loaded in freezers, kind of get it all packed and organized in a way that I was able to find it again. So now I've got my paperwork here in front of me. I went ahead and threw some numbers together. I'm sure there's gonna be other numbers I probably could have done. This is just what I could think of off the top of my head to kind of give you an idea. I've got 4 different tickets, and I've got 2 pigs on each ticket, except for one's got 1 single on it. And basically the reason that my processor does that is because I basically did 2 pigs exactly the same on 1 ticket, and then each ticket had a different order. I only grabbed so many steaks, so many roasts, and so forth. I ended up getting a lot of ground sausage. 1 pig I mostly did like broth and smoked sausage out of, so that was my most expensive 2 right there. Anytime I do anything that's extremely custom like that, that requires smoking as well, that it runs the bill up. So basically all in this year for 7 pigs, it was $2,055 to have all 7 of those processed. That puts your average at right around $293 a pig. Now obviously if you get a lot of smoked sausage and things like that, like I said, it's going to drive the price up a little bit. Whereas if you just get it all ground sausage and you keep it real simple, you can actually get that down around $225 to $250 for processing for a pig, at least in my area. But all in all, across my 7 pigs, I ranged anywhere from 143 pounds up to, it looks like 186 pounds was the heaviest pig that I took home. My biggest pig on the trailer this year was 205 pounds, which went to one of my customers, and that 143 was my smallest pig, and I went ahead and took that one from me. But with that being said, my 7 pigs, the total weight I had, and that's the hang weight, was 1,161 pounds. That's not what I brought home. There's going to be a little bit of loss there for trimming and various things, and they do all the cut up. So you're probably looking more like, I don't know, I didn't check every package to see what it weighed, but probably right at 1,000 pounds or so is what I should have brought home. Now what you saw in the time lapse in the video, we loaded all that pretty much into one freezer. That freezer is 24.8 cubic feet. It's a pretty large freezer. I would venture to say we probably fit somewhere around 5.5 pigs in that freezer. The rest of it went into a stand-up freezer that's in my house and my Iceco 95 quart freezer that I've showed on a couple videos now, which is a portable freezer. I went ahead and plugged it in. I do have a market that I still go to once a week, and I'll just leave that loaded in there. That way it's ready to go. That kind of helped me free up some space in my big freezer as well. But yeah, other than that, that's how pigs went for me this year. Video start to finish, everything from loading them in the trailer to getting them in the freezer. That's how my process goes. Generally takes 3 to 4 weeks. I still got to go out in a couple days here and pick up the other 7 or so remaining pigs that I've got at the processor. Those are all for customers. So I'll basically just bring those home the same way I just did today. Those customers will all be here waiting for me at the farm. When I get here, I'll basically just offload boxes with their names on them. They'll get on the road, get their stuff in the freezer, and that's all there is to it. Much easier process this year than it was last year. Actually raised a few more pigs at the same time too, so that's always a plus. Looking forward to getting some of this meat sold. I've got full freezers across the board now. I've got 2 full freezers of chicken, and I got that full freezer of pork, plus a stand-up freezer in the house with everything else in it. So we'll dwindle that down over the winter. Then we'll be ready to start strong in the spring and start all over again. But other than that, that's all I've got for you in this video today, guys. I hope that was somewhat helpful for you. If you guys have any questions or if I left anything unanswered, feel free to leave those down in the comments, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.